Good morning and welcome back everyone to mission number 6. We're finally getting it started. Syracuse, 212 BC. We have finished up Tarico. That's right. I don't know why I got those two confused. Tarentum is the 4th mission, Tarico is the 5th. There we go. We got there. Mission number 6, Syracuse. So, this is a military mission. It was the kind of first time in the vanilla campaign where you had a bit of a kind of a food issue. It was meant to be a bit low on resources, and you would build up. You'd have to use some of your farmland for olives or trade as well. But we will jump in and tackle this as best we can. This is, interestingly, the last mission where we do not have to get patricians. After this, everything after this, we will need patricians. So, let's go ahead and start it up. I'm not going to listen too much to this awful American AI read this, because I hate it. So let's just go straight down to the edicts. So we have oil shortages. Rome will ask for olives and oil in high quantities as time goes on. Prices for these goods are higher, but other goods are not as valuable. Okay. Sea trade routes have low reliability, as ships tend to get lost at sea while taking regular routes to avoid the blockade, and may, despite these measures, still be captured by the enemy. Building a lighthouse will help alleviate these issues. Amphitheaters, actor colonies, gardens, trees, paths, and most parks are unavailable for this assignment. So we have a bit of a restriction here. So let's take a look at our map. And a lovely map it is. So this map has one quality that's mildly annoying to me, and that is you have these invasion sites here, but you also have an invasion site on this side of the map here. So you can't neglect this, or else you will die. You also will not be building a city here because of that. This is much easier to defend, so this isn't too much of a problem. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Our goals here, let's take a look at the right side. We have a culture goal of 40, prosperity of 75, so that does mean Grand Insulae, the highest level of houses if we're not getting patricians. Peace of 60, favor of 65, and population of 7,000. So a bit bigger than the cities we've had previously. Plenty of space on this map. We've got a good city block right here we can get. We can probably get 2 in here. We can even get another one right here if we're willing to maneuver some water either like up here or maybe kind of snake up this way. That's a possibility. We can also get a block maybe around here, but I might not. Definitely not touching that, and then we're of course not blocking in the north. So I think we'll probably start either here or here. As much as I would like to get a block kind of like right at the starting entrance, which is kind of at the top here, I don't think we have really a good spot that's not going to interfere with our trade or our industry in some capacity. So we won't do that. If I look at the map, here's our lovely city. We have a few trading partners. We have Regium by land, and then I think the rest of these are by sea. Yeah. So Regium, I'll just go ahead and open that now. They will take olives and plenty of clay here, which is good because we can get that set up quite easily. Now, we don't have a water source over on this side, so we can't cheese out clay like near the exit. Also, because we only have the one trade route. What do they sell me? They sell me stone and marble. Can I get either of those things here? I don't think I can. I cannot. I can only get clay and sand. So I could set up kind of an initial trade area up here, actually. And we could have olives up here, and then clay up here. And then we could just set some warehouses right here. That would be totally fine. I have a memory of unlocking like stone or iron on this map, but I might be lying to myself. This might be a complete lie. So usually usually on this map, I set everything up down here. I just put everything at the exit, and it's completely fine. I've got my farms down here, my olives down here that I can get. I just ship down the clay here, so we're selling the clay, and then I just have another warehouse where we're importing stuff that I probably put up here. But then I usually don't end up using this stuff at all. So, do I want to try something different this time, or do I want to do my usual? Well, let's try something different. We'll get set up here first. Let me just make sure. C. We'll see what we do. Okay, let's set up our first block here. So we've got a big old space right here that we can clear out. We start out with near 10k, so that's perfectly good. This is quite a large area here. Just out of curiosity, this is about 20 long right here. So even if I were to get a reservoir like right in the middle, I guess this would be okay. We could fit a block on either side of this. I usually don't do it this way. I'm going to do a quick experiment. I usually don't do this, but I'm going to try. So if we get... Okay, so that would be 6. So this would be 8, 9. So really I should put it one more hex to the left if I'm going to do 2 blocks. So it should be right here. Right? That's 8 there, and then this at its shortest point is also 8. Okay. Eight, 24. Okay, so that works. That doesn't work. Because how are we going to get the water over here? We would want to be one step further back. Because we can't fit a reservoir right here, right? And there's no other water to get on this plateau. So real quick, I can always restart the map and fiddle with this. Let's get this here first, so we know where it's gonna be. Let's assume there's a road here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's, oh, did I mess it up? 2, 3. So that's our 6 for the block. So the road would be right where our the bottom left of the reservoir is. 1, 2, 3. Did I mess that up? 1, 2, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then because of the roads, it should be further, right? You know, I'm doing this in a really dumb way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 7. So this would be here. Right? Yeah, that's correct. Which means if we get a reservoir here, never mind the fact that the desirability is going to be awful. 1. Okay, hold on. So that right there is 5. Let's get rid of these trees. But we can move that like this, and then move this back around, like that. And then, is this... Okay, that's correct. Okay, that's correct. Let's get... I never do this on this map. This is, not the way I play this. I'm trying new things for fun. Okay, we don't want to block this off for sure, so we want to get a road right here. So people can come in and out. We probably want to do the same thing here. So we can get people out. I think we can fit a granary here. What am I doing? Don't play this game like I'm doing. This is like, I'm so locked in on how I'm doing this block, I'm actually not even talking. This is terrible YouTube etiquette. I apologize to everyone in advance. Okay, so this is gonna look really weird, but I think it should work. This could be a problem, but it should be okay. Okay, I've wasted a lot of money, but I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it work somehow. We could share a granary for these two. That wouldn't be terrible. I could just take from the same food source and we just constantly dump in there. And then the only thing is because of the distance here between these two, there's a distance of 3 tiles between these 2 blocks. Can I stretch this out? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I would rather there be a distance of 4 so we can fit houses, either houses or something on both sides. So let's get this like this instead. And like that. And get rid of this. And get rid of this. Okay, we're not going to build on this one first, but I just want it there. So this means we've got some play with how we want to put stuff on this block. And we also have 2 large blocks here, and we can get another one here. So that's going to be 3 large blocks, plus we can get another one up here if we want to. We'll figure out the rest, or even over here is fine. Well, it's not really that fine, but it could be fine. Okay, enough yapping. Let's go ahead and start building up this horrendous block we're getting. And this is kind of the magic of Caesar 3, you know what I mean? You don't have to do the same thing all the time, even though it's comfortable, and you're like, oh, I can just do this way. You can get to a new map, and you're like, you know what, I want to try something fresh. Something new. Something exciting. Just let it happen. Let's get that there. Let's get our one bangers going. It's fine here. I actually don't want to build up too much near this because this is very undesirable, so I'm going to want to get like either some statues or something here to help out, like Leraria. So let's not do that. Let's put these guys... This is going to be the same problem, right? So let's not build near this either. Let's put these buildings like up here. I think that's fine. So, police, engineers, barbers, and doctors. There we go. We'll get our spattering of temples here. Do I want to put this here or not? Because again, this could be good housing here, and I can't get housing on the other side, really. So this might be better for housing. So let's go ahead and do this. Now, if I do this, I'm blocking this water off, potentially. Which means I'd be getting water. You know what? It's okay. I can live with this. 3, 4, 5. Let's unpause. I was nervous for a moment, but I have made my decision. Okay, let's get Leraria just kind of in a certain amount of places here so we can try to offset the desirability issues that we're going to have. And then once we get everyone in here, we'll add our water and we'll start our food production. Or not our food, our industry, and then our food. The plebs can live off the land for a little while. That's totally fine. Alright. There we go. Pop this guy over here. Let's speed it up slightly. I have not gone into my labor advisor this time. Should probably do that. Water prefecture engineering. There we go. Let's get everyone nice and settled in here. There we go. Alright, let's get you guys up like this. And this is going to look a little bit ugly here, but we'll make it work. Okay, let's get you guys here. Let's get a Leraria here. And let's get our water going. You and you. There we go. And we are going to have plenty of unemployed plebs here. So let's get to work on that. I said I was going to attempt to do some stuff up here for trade. So let's clear this out. Let's go ahead and open this up a little bit too, so the donkeys might have an easier time getting in and out. Okay. Okay, let's get a warehouse right here. So that could be for sales. This could be for purchases, or the other way around. And let's get clay and olives. Don't need that there. Let's just not do anything with this yet. And let's start our olive production first. We got 6 of them, why not? It's plenty. Three, okay. Let's go up like that. Let's get you guys down here. Let's make a roadblock like so. Actually, can I get one over here? I can. Okay, I'm actually going to put these here just so I have an idea of where I can get my clay. Because clay is going to be important as well. Let's go ahead and add clay. Ooh, I cannot get one there. Sag. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is quite far from this, but it's good enough. Alright, let's get an engineer. And a prefecture. Let's go to our trade advisor. And we'll make sure we are exporting all of those. Our unemployment's going to kind of go lopsided here in a moment. Minus 81, that's okay. We have plenty of room. And, okay, we did make our road there. And let's go ahead and get our granary up here. Let's get our roadblock here. And we are going to be getting, I think it was wheat. Yes, okay, I do have access to wheat. Remember, if you have access to wheat on a desert map or a temperate map like this one, get it. Wheat is good. Wheat is powerful. We are already enemies distant, by the way, so we are going to have to think about the defense of our city sooner rather than later. And I'm just going to let unemployment kind of figure itself out for a second. We have room for how many more? 194 more. Okay. Let's get some statues where we can here, just to help out with the desirability. This is going to be some undesirable territory for sure. Okay, and let's start thinking about food. So I'm going to remove all this junk here. There we go, and let's start getting our food train going. Let's start from the bottom. This can be an annoying farm Tetris spot. Did I select the right one? Wheat, there we go. 1, 2, okay, that's as far as I can go there. Don't want to block it off, so 3, 4, 5, 6. I could get 7 here and then have do I want to do that? Yeah, I kind of do. Okay, let's do that. Let's get the granary up here. Let us turn on wheat. And let's get this like so. Grab an engineer. Actually, let's do it up here. Prefecture like that. Okay. And then we just need to cart depot it over to here when we get the chance. So let's make sure this has wheat turned on. It does. This one does too. Perfect. And Do I have a spot? Yes, I do. Why is this like that? Okay. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. Sorry. So it was a little bit weird, but it's working out. So from 4 to 3. We'll have our cart depot push that out. And this is all 1x1 territory here. So we could just get Lararia or something here. Get one there. I know, very exciting. But it's nice to try new things. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This might be enough to feed these guys. We'll see. I'm actually going to wait until we have a little bit of a stock here before I build my market. Nice. Okay, we're starting to get some materials here. And we're starting to make our first sales. And I feel like we can get our market here now just fine. Let me just switch this over. There we go. And I'm just going to turn on wheat only. And we can start feeding the plebs. There we go. Let's bump it back down to 70 here. We can take our time. And we are going to have to worry about the invasions sooner rather than later. So, ideally on a map, you find you have a set invasion point, and you can just kind of focus your military endeavors on one area. Or if they're separated, there's like a nice middle ground where you can put your forts, and then you can respond quickly either way. This map doesn't have that. You're either dedicating forces here, and they're going to take a long time to get over here, or you're dedicating over here, and they're going to take a long time to get over there. I think you get invaded from here first, but I don't know. I don't remember. So we're gonna drop the first fort on this side, but we'll see how this turns out. Also, like for our barracks and stuff, and our supply post, we're probably gonna get that over here. So we'll add more wheat farms over in this area or down here. Down here might be better. We can use this for olives actually, and then we can have olive oil production up here. I like that a little bit better. That could be fine. So let's think about that, actually. Room for 392 more, and that's only going up. So we've got plenty of room for plebs. Disease stalks the city. We left these guys on tents for a little too long. They didn't get their food, so they are dying of disease. They ate sheep raw, apparently. They had their raw mutton, and now they're getting cooked. Oh well. No one cares. We'll let them die, and we'll just get new people. We can always get new people. And that'll be fine. So let's continue with our wheat endeavors. And this is going to be for our supply post. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Can I get a fourth here? 4. I can even get a 5th. Amazing. Okay. Let's get you like so. Let's get a granary here. I am going to connect these eventually, so I'm going to do this. And we're going to get our engineer and a prefecture. And I'm going to grab my supply post. Ooh, I cannot fit it over here, so we're going to stick that sucker right there. Okay, and then we are going to allow the supply post to take from here, so we can feed our soldiers. And let's also get a bath. This might cut this off. I'm pretty sure it would, so let's not put that there. Can I put it up here? I cannot. Alright, we'll just go right next door. That's fine. That is fine. There we go. Alright, the plebs are dead. Long live the plebs. Let's rebuild. And let's think about our barracks here. So, I think I'm gonna put my barracks maybe right over here. I don't imagine I'm gonna be using this particular area for anything else. There we go. I used to only get one barracks, but I've since been converted to the 2 barracks meta. I think the reason I only used to get one is because I think on the default settings you only can get 1 barracks, so you train just 1 unit at a time. And so maybe that's just how I was picking it up from the very beginning, but yeah, I have since been brought to the light, especially on higher difficulty maps. The more barracks, the better. Sometimes on Twitch, we've been doing the last map, which is Massilia, and I actually have 3 barracks there. Just so we can really pump out our troops. One thing, speaking about pumping out, one thing we're going to want to be doing is actually getting another trade route open, because even though we're selling a decent amount of stuff here now to Regium, this is not going to be the bulk of our trade. Look, Brundisium, 60 olives per year. Capua will buy 40 bricks and 40 pottery. Rome, 50 olives per year, plus olive oil and so on and so forth. Let's go ahead and open up Brundisium. And I think we can get our docks. We could get docks over here. I think the ships come up here. This might be the better docking location. It's a bit closer, even though this is, you don't have to build a bridge for this, obviously. Do I want to do it, though? Could not ship bridge there, and that's out of the question. Being asked for olives, let's just send that right away. Cannot put it there. Could not put it here because we couldn't get to that. We would have to go maybe up this. No, we couldn't do it there. Over here would probably be the play for our bridge. I think I'm just going to do the docks right here. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to have my normal dock pattern. It's slightly further away, but it's not going to break my heart here, so... Let's get our first dock. Right here. Let's get a couple of warehouses here, so we can get like this and that. Make sure these are just set to the boats here. You do not want your land traders coming over. And we'll add olives here. I'm not going to add anything to this one yet, but I'm just going to set it to boats only. There we go. Our prefecture here. And let's start getting our stuff. Actually, you know what? I should get a fort. Or else I'm going to forget and I'm going to be poor. Let's grab, let us grab that fort right here, maybe. It's a bit close. Let's put it over here instead. So javelins, put that right there. Okay. And it's time for more olives, so let's get that started. 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. I guess 7 for now is okay. And then I'm going to get a warehouse here for all these guys. We're going to turn everything off. And we'll just be taking olives. And then we're going to grab a cart depot here, right next door. And we're going to be going from, what is this, 8 to 6. Okay, and that'll start our trade to Brundisium, so we'll be bringing in a little bit more money. Let's make sure we get our NG and our prefecture here. Yep, there we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and level these guys up as well. So let's get that here. Let's grab the theater up here. Can I move these aqueducts back a little bit? No, I could only do this one. Which I guess is okay. Let's just do that. This is the first time I'm attempting this strategy, so. By the way, let's get rid of this. And then this will just make this closer. Okay. And let's go ahead and I'm going to set this guy to getting wheat. So I shouldn't do this. Let's actually watch. He should get from this one because it's close. He might go to this one because he's stupid. You always have to be careful. I could just connect these at this point as well. That would be totally fine. Okay. Let's go back to just accepting here. And let these guys level up, I suppose. Okay, our javelins are building up pretty quickly. We could speed this up, and let's go ahead and make... well, we don't have to make a save right now. What am I... This isn't my stream. I'm not doing this live. Spoils of war. News has arrived that local citizens have observed Carthaginian ships beached and abandoned on the shore not far from the city. There is also a substantial amount of nautical wreckage to be collected on the shores from the destroyed vessels. Once you have mustered sufficient troops, you can use them to scout the shipwreck safely and see what valuables might be salvaged. Have 48 troops, 3 full forts, to gain 4 timber and between 50 and 200 denarii every 1 to 3 months directly into stockpiles. Okay. So that's a way for us to get timber, which is cool. We will need that. That will be very important for our efforts. Nice, these guys are leveling up. And we are pleb positive once again. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to connect these. Just do it like that. Now we could get rid of actually no. Let's just roadblock this so we don't have any confusion with our prefectures and whatnot. Okay. And let's also get a second fort. Put some javelins over here. So we have some defenses ready. Nice. Okay, we're getting our olives over here, and we have our first boat coming in. And I think I want to start getting maybe a couple highways here. We only have the one land trade route, so it's not the biggest deal. If I'm not being super efficient with the land traders, this is not our big moneymaker here. So I'm not losing sleep over not having a good highway network. I'll just put it that way. Alright, these guys are looking okay. Now, I am going to have to level these up quite a bit, right? So I want to have some room for some other prospects and goods. Gotta keep my mind on what I can fit through here and what I can't. I could scoot this back a little bit. Would that even do anything for us, though? Would that help us in any way? I don't think it would. No. I'm not going to worry too much about it. We'll cross those later game problems later in the game. It's totally fine. Okay. Let's see what we need to do here. We've got room for only 36 more plebs, which is not good. So let's start adding a few more houses here. Get you guys. Let's get some Auraria right here. There we go. Hurry up and get in there, nerd. There we go. We are invasion imminent. And I think I want to pick up a military academy. So let's get that. So we can have highly trained auxiliaries here. Alright, and now we have these guys moving in. Okay, this did its thing correctly. Very good. We can always get rid of some of these small temples later, so we have room for 3x3s here. Yeah, you know what? We're totally fine here. I was worrying about nothing. We are A-okay. Alright. And that means, because our subsidiary expired, we can start to get other things. We could open Capua and start doing pottery and bricks. Regium, we could start getting a little bit of pottery here if we wanted to. I don't care that much. Brundisium's oil is probably going to be the biggest moneymaker, because oil gets us 135, compared to olives, which are getting us 55. So, I mean, 55 is really good, don't get me wrong, but olive oil would be a bit better. And olive oil could go over to Rome as well, so getting that started wouldn't be a terrible idea. I think what I'm gonna do is I want to add maybe a couple more farms here. I could get wheat here, but I kind of would rather get more olives, just be ridiculous with olives. If I go here, I'd be blocking this off, so let's grab this here. Grab this here. Yeah, sadly, this would all be blocked off. Okay. This is gonna look a little weird. Okay. Stick with me on this. I know it looks a little janky, but we can make it work. Let's go workshops, oil. Let's see how much oil we can just stick into random places here. We got one there. One there. We can get a couple here. If we wanted to. Cannot fit one there. I don't really want to block this off. I can get one here. I could move this up, so I could go like this. And we can get oil here. Or not, because I'm kind of dumb. Never mind. You know what? Just pretend you never saw anything. It never happened. Don't even worry about it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try to get 6. I think I'm just going to do them up here. 5, 6. Let's add oil in here. We're going to need another cart depot, but do I want to do it? Yeah, that's fine. And then we're going to add oil in here as well. And we're going to be doing 8 to 6 with our oil. Good. Very good. The gods are angry. So let's cycle over some more gods. I could do them over here, actually. Since we're going to be up here anyway. It's probably going to be markets right here, so let's not do that. 1, 2... Let's just do 3, 4, 5. Let's just do that. Okay. Did I turn oil on? Nope. Let's turn that on. Let's actually turn on pottery as well. Even though I'm not doing it yet. And we are overstocking olives here. So we can add some oil here if we wanted. We could also do, we could add some sand here, and we could also start getting pottery here if we wanted. That would be a-okay. Let's get another clay pit here. There we go. Let's get another house here. Like so. And I think we should be in a decent position. Kind of want to get another set of forts here. So let's get some swords up this way. Caesar giving me his credit card. So thank you, Caesar. Much appreciated, Caesar. Alright, and I think We could get ready to do our bricks and pottery, and I think I might just do it right up here. I could do it right here too, bricks and pottery, because at the end of the day, I can only send 10 pottery a year by land out of here. So that could be something we do, but we'll see. We will see. But I think we're in a pretty good position. So we've tried something new this time. We've set up this area in a way I never do. I never do this. I usually just have one block, but I'm trying to squeeze 2 in here. That means that our third block is naturally going to come up here, and if we need a fourth, then we're probably going to have to drag water to like right here, and then get a small block right here for a fourth. We'll see. We'll see. We are going to be a Grand Insulate, so we're not going to be... I don't think we're going to be too hard pressed, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. All right, so this is the framework of our city. We have our initial economy up. We've got 2 trade routes open. We've got enough plebs to last us a little while longer, just room for 84 more. So we are going to have to expand soon. Our basic defenses have been set up, but we were going to have to expand that as well. And we are working on our first quest, which consequently has to do with these forts. So we are making good progress. So we'll end it here. And I'll be continuing this as soon as I can so I can get these uploads to you guys a little bit quicker. I know I was really, really busy the last couple weeks, so the uploads kind of slowed down. But I'll try to get these out to you guys quicker so you guys can see what my thought process is and how we're doing these. And if you need any help, of course, leave a comment. I do see all the comments. I'll try to respond to them when I can. If you have a specific question, let me know. And yeah, you can follow on twitch.tv/AuthorValentine if you're wanting to see these cities lives or other like RTS games that I have on the channel that I play. You can come join us there live. So I appreciate all the support. Thank you to everyone who's following the channel and subscribing. Thank you guys so much. It helps me out bigly. And until next time, have a good rest of your days, evenings, and mornings as they may be. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.